All right. So, anyways, you go to McDonald's, and it's $1. It says the dollar menu, but you don't pay $1, do you?
No.
What did you actually end up paying? Because I've had this. I go in there like, oh, sweet, $1, and I give them the $1, and I pay what? $1.06. It does not say the $1.06 menu. That's not fair, right? But you actually bought the thing for $1, but they tax you, right? They tax you a sales tax. When you buy stuff in Michigan, you get a sales tax. Now, the great thing is you guys actually understand this now, after economics, that they only tax in Michigan goods. Services do not get taxed.
So if you pay someone to fix your electrical bill, you fix your electricity.
Here's exactly what can happen. I just had this happen to me the other day. I go in and get my oil changed, right? I gotta go in, and I'm gonna get my oil changed and new brakes put on. Okay? I get the bill. I actually get 2 separate bills. One was for like $90 for brakes, and then it was like $25 for oil. Okay? That's all together times 6%. There's the bill. And then there's another one. That's how much time they spend. They charge me like $45 an hour to work on it or whatever it was, right? But 2 separate bills, right? The oil and the brakes, they can tax me for it. The guy putting that in, they couldn't tax me for that. Kind of strange. Michigan. That's just what Michigan does. The other thing that doesn't get taxed in Michigan is you don't get taxed on food if it's not already made. So you go to the grocery store and buy bananas, no tax. You buy banana bread, it can get taxed. You buy flowers and eggs and stuff, vanilla, all that stuff, no tax. You buy a cake, tax, because it's already made.
Oh, so
You better eat eggs. Doing it yourself.
Yeah, oh, that's absolutely. Well, that's why you save the money. Is not only is it cheaper, but you don't have to get taxed if you buy the wholesale stuff.
It would probably be the same amount because you have to buy all that stuff, and then all of it combined would probably be the same as just buying a cake.
Yeah.
No.
So how do those people making the cake make a profit? They sell it to you for the same cost they cost to make it. Right? They're going to charge it up a little bit.
But it can be taxed.
Right, exactly. But they don't get it, the state does.
Oh, so you're just getting the same cost.
Next time you guys go to Meijer's, go through the U-Scan thing and just check it out. And you'll see some things come up tax, some of them just come with no tax. Right? I went in there and I bought I went in there, here's another great one, right? I went into Meijer's recently and I bought one of the pizzas, right? Like the freezer pizzas, right? So I bought one of the Meijer freezer pizza, right? And I swipe it on there, and it was, whatever, $8 for pizza, a big large pizza, right? But, at home we like to then, cut up our own vegetables and put them on there, because those ones kind of get, gross, right? So I bought a couple peppers and some like banana peppers and, I don't know, onions or whatever, right? So I swipe the pizza. The pizza comes up, says 6%, it says state sales tax, swipe it. Then I start putting the onions and stuff through, no tax. Those you get without taxes on. Now, they don't, because they don't know what you're going to do. I'm just going to cut them up and put them on that pizza, but they can't tax it if it wasn't made here. That's just a Michigan rule. If you go to other states, it's not the same. Florida has a much higher sales tax, okay?
10%?
I think there's like 8 or so. I don't know. Not positive. Maybe 7. Okay, but Florida's is higher, so that's why you go to Disney World, because think of all the people that go to Disney World in Miami and the beaches and all the things, right? Well, when you go there and you buy the little Mickey Mouse stuffed doll and, the little cars, things and whatever else it is that kids buy and all the things, right? Then they tax all of that. And you going there for, vacation, they made a bunch of money off of you. The state does. Okay? So that is a sales tax. And we'll come back and talk about taxes. But, what's the next one? Income tax. A tax paid on wages, salaries, and interest. Now, you guys don't have jobs yet. Now, you may have a job, but you can't have a job where you are on a federal or state payroll because that would be illegal. So maybe you're working and somebody's just paying you cash, right? That's one thing. They can't pay you with an actual paycheck, though. Okay?
So you have to be like 16 or older.
You have to be 16 to start working in most fields. At 14, I think you guys can start working as golf caddies and on a farm. For whatever reason, the law says right in there, you can caddy on a golf course or work on a farm at 14. You can't do everything else until you're 16. Hi.
In the library, they said that you could have a job at the library
Thank you.
down when you're 14.
Okay, but they probably can't pay you with a real check. If they pay you, they got paid just like with cash. They can't. I'll show you why right now. Okay, so let's say I got a job. Well, I do have a job. Barely. All right, so I got a job, and I get taxed, right? It comes right out of my paycheck, so you don't even notice. So let's show you a great example. Let's say I hired you, all right? I'm going to hire Matt. Matt's going to work for me. Matt, I'm going to pay you $10 an hour. It's pretty good. And I need you to work 10 hours this weekend. How much money is he going to make? Just with those two numbers, how much money is he making? $100. Well, unfortunately for Matt, I'm a really good accountant, so here we go. We go to a paycheck calculator, right? You can actually go online, you type in pay rate, $10, 10 hours. Man, you're not married, are you? Okay, good. You're single. And let's calculate. So he's $100. That's what you should be getting paid. What? Zero. Come on, computer. We're sick of you. Oh, I hit it and it worked. Thank you. So, alright, so here we are. Matt thought he was going to get paid $100, but he actually gets paid $84.23. Income tax. He had to pay $100 was his weekly pay, right? Weekly gross pay. But then, federal income tax, Social Security income tax, Medicare income tax, Michigan income tax. It only ends up getting $84.23 back. The rest of it they taxed out of you before you even got your check. They took it right away. Hi.
Don't some people go without Medicare?
Huh?
Don't some people go without Medicare?
Medicare is health insurance for elderly people. After you turn 65, you get Medicare health insurance. You pay in it right now because the idea is you're paying this tax your whole life. We're going to say you get a job at 18. You're going to pay from 18 to 65. Once you're 65, you don't pay it anymore. You get it. You start getting free health insurance. You're paying for your grandparents. If your grandparents are over 65, you're paying their health insurance. You're paying for them to get health care. But then when you're older, your grandkids pay for you. Yeah, that was the younger generation pays for older people.
Oh.
Same as Social Security, right? You pay $4, and Social Security is like a pension fund. You know, you pay a lot of grandparents, they live on Social Security. My grandparents, they got Social Security checks, right? They got these checks from Social Security Administration where they gave them a check every month. But guess what? Since they had been 18, they had been paying in. So you guys are going to pay in, starting say when you're 16, and then when you're 62, you can start getting money back. So like my mom just turned 63, so she just started getting Social Security checks, and she's retired now, right? She started working when she was like 17. So from 17 to 63, she was working and paying these taxes, and now at 63, she starts getting money. That's the way it works. Hopefully. Otherwise, something has gone wrong. All right, so that's an income tax, right? Those ones are the ones that hurt. You think, oh man, it's going to be a sweet paycheck. Come on. And the last one we're going to learn about today is a property tax. Now, you guys aren't paying a property tax yet, because I don't think you guys own any property. I don't know. You probably don't own your house.
I own my dog's kennel.
You own the dog's kennel?
Yeah.
Luckily for you, that is tax exempt. They don't tax dog kennels. All right, so you own a house, you pay a property tax. A great example of property taxes is the building you guys are sitting in right now. Zemmer was paid for with property taxes. What they do is they have something called a school bond, right? They come up with an idea or whatever, okay, we need to build something for the schools. This school and Roland Warner and a couple other things they did was like $58 million. And they have to write up everything they're going to do, and they put it on a ballot, say we want to do this, 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 and this. Total cost $58 million. Will you, and then it says, will you pay extra property taxes to pay for it? For a certain number of years. Like this one is like 30 years. For the next 30 years, everybody that lives in the pier is paying a little bit higher property tax because they're all putting, so like if you had to pay in an extra $100 a year, imagine everybody in the pier paying that extra $100 for the next 30 years, add it all up, it ended up being $58 million. So we borrowed $58 million to build this and road and water, and they had to vote on it, and everybody said, yep, that sounds good. It was like 70% of the people voted yes. So that sounds like a good idea, we need a new middle school, go ahead. Right, so it ended up costing like, actually ended up costing, it was like, it's like $8 a month that the average house has to pay to have Zimmer. Figure that out, $8 a month, you pay like, $2 a week, you end up paying what, like 25 cents a day at Zimmer. Not bad. I spent 25 cents on a lot of other things that probably aren't as good as this, right? If I had an extra 25 cents, I would just save it up and buy another pop every week. That's all I do. Okay, so those are our 4 kinds of taxes. And you guys now are going to show me, oh, hi, Ryan.
So let's say, is there something where you can pay your tax, like how much more, rather than you can own like something?
Here's how property taxes work. They are based on how much your house is worth. If your house goes up in value, so all of a sudden, if your house was $200,000, but people like it, now that they say it's worth $250,000, your taxes can go up. Okay? But what can also happen, say like this, for example, if everybody's houses go up, then they'll pay off these schools in less than 30 years. So maybe after only 22 years, the houses are paid off, and even though you said you'd pay for 30, you're done. The next 8 years, we're not paying extra taxes. They're done. They're already paid off. Once the schools get paid off, they're paid off. They're done. We own them. You guys are here.
My parents paid off their house, how does that work?
That's through a bank. That's a mortgage. That's personal finance, money management. You guys are actually going to have that class. That's Teen Survival Skills 3.
Oh, I don't have to.
Not yet. You
What
will.
if you're a man?
Even then, don't you have them?
No.
No?
You don't
Oh,
know.
you guys don't get them. Sorry. You will never get to find out.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You have economics in high school and you'll learn all of it. Money management last year? I taught money management. I used to teach money management. Mr. Pearson, I'm Mr. Pearson's 7th grade teacher. And I taught it the first year. Okay, so what you guys are going to do is your homework. Well, hopefully it gets done early. On the back it says Math and Social Studies, which I'm sure you are all excited about.
No.
You can use a calculator if you want. I will even be nice, because it's almost the holidays. If you have a cell phone that has a calculator, you can use that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do, there's only 3 questions. I will give you a hint. One of them is an income tax, one is a sales tax, one is a property tax. And you want to look through there and read them each scenario, decide which tax, and then decide what happened. Okay? Do not forget to read the directions. Those are usually an important part. Like the struggle we had on the last one was it said supply or demand, and people would do both.
Yeah.
Because it said right in there, supply or demand.
But one of the questions says supply and
Or demand. And that one, you should have done both. Hi! I have one.
Use it?
Yep, so you can use it. She already has. Alright, what? Okay, great. Alright, any questions? Alright, let's go ahead and get started working on this, and I will come around and hopefully you'll get it done early and you don't have homework done. 3 questions. No, you don't need one. Okay.